18 days. 18 days we've been waiting for Arsenal to play again. They went on a trip to Dubai. We saw videos and pictures of the squad seemingly quite relaxed and, I don't know, refreshing themselves because it's been an awful start to the year. But finally, we have a win in 2022. Another red card. I believe there's a stat going around. We're the first club that can say we've got 101 red cards in the Premier League. 101. What a stat that is. First of all, I don't know if my granddad's watching this, but if you are, granddad, sorry. Massive Wolves fan. What can I say? I think the final 20 minutes or so, Wolves deserved to get something from this game. It wouldn't have surprised me if they got a draw or even turned it around. But if it wasn't for this insane duo in defence, honestly, Ben White and Gabriel impressed me week after week after week, and Ramsdale in goal as well. Let's talk about the red card first of all. That's the main talking point, I think. So, one thing I should say is I was slightly distracted watching this game. There's a new game that came out called Lost Ark. I've literally queued all day to play it, and I finally got in just before the game started. So I was playing while watching. From what I could tell, Martinelli, I didn't actually see the challenge until I've looked at it back. He committed a foul. They played on, knowing full well the referee would probably come back and give him a yellow. And then he committed another foul in that process. So the referee gave him a yellow card for the foul and then said, well, that was a foul as well and a yellow card. Showed him 2 yellow cards in 2 seconds, sent off. And I was very confused because I missed the first one. So I can't remember the last time I've seen 2 yellows so quickly. I mean, normally that would be because of dissent. Maybe a player gets a yellow card, they go crazy, they swear, why are you yellow carding me, you whatever. And then they get another yellow and sent off. But that wasn't the case today. It's got to be cut out. We're so lucky we haven't lost out on points today because, of course, with other teams dropping points, it was vital that we got the win today. And thankfully, the red card hasn't cost us because of our incredible defence. Who should I shout out? Okay, first of all, Gabriel. He gets man of the match. He got the goal. Was it a goal? Was it not a goal? I think some people were claiming that maybe it shouldn't have been given, but I've seen the replay many times. I absolutely think it was a fine goal. No problems there whatsoever. Shout out to Holding, who came on in the second half. He got a 6.7 since coming on in the 71st minute, but he was rock solid, right up there today. Great performance from him. Partey and Xhaka both getting yellows as well, but I thought they were solid today. But also this guy right here, Cedric. You know, we've had a little bit of a weird window. We've sold a lot of players and we haven't really recruited. And one of those positions you could argue is right back. We've sold Chambers to Aston Villa. And whilst Chambers can play central midfield, he can also play centre back very well. He is a right back for us. The majority of his games are at right back. So we've sold him and we haven't brought someone else in. The plan is to bring a new right back in the summer, for sure. I already know this, and it's been widely reported that Arteta has 3 positions that he's reinforcing in the summer, and one of those is at right back. We don't have a backup right back to Tomiyasu at that same level. Of course, Bellerin's out on loan. He's doing all right at Real Betis and Cedric. So our options are limited, but he was fantastic today. And we have seen that kind of performance from him before. There's a player in there, but of course he's getting on a bit now. He's in his 30s. I think he's 30 years old now. And we don't see these performances enough, not very consistently. But Tomiyasu should be back for the next game. So I thought it's worth mentioning, though, Cedric was fantastic. And, you know, I should say more about Wolves because I am a big fan of their squad. I'm a big fan of the team, the Portuguese B-side. One thing I will say, though, is whilst defensively they're fantastic. Kilman, by the way, left-footed, playing at right centre-back. That's very rare. Really impressed with his versatility in that regard. He's clearly bow-footed. He can use his right just as well. They don't score enough goals. And it's glaringly obvious why they're not higher up in the table. If they had even just 10 more goals this season, it would have made such a difference. They don't score enough goals. And this is another example of that today. I mean, I feel like Jimenez still isn't at his best. Trincao from Barcelona is, or Trincao, however you want to pronounce his name, just doesn't seem to consistently play at the level we saw when he moved to Barcelona. They've got so many good attacking players, and you just don't see enough. I think Neves is a superstar in that team. He's the heart of everything. Cody in defence, always a solid professional pick. He gets in, he does the job, and he goes home. He's a great defender. I think if Wolves are going to realistically get back to top 6, they need to score more goals. It's football, obviously you need goals, but really, really happy with the win today. It was absolutely vital because, with Tottenham and Manchester United dropping points, it's given us a real advantage here. And of course, we do have games coming up against Tottenham, for example, and Wolves and Tottenham are yet to play. I think that's on Sunday, maybe. And we've got Chelsea coming up. So there's a lot of games that, we need to win, and this is one of them for sure. They've got a lot of injuries, to be fair. Didn't even realise. Moutinho out, Neto, Bolly. Yeah, I mean, it could have been a little bit nicer for Wolves to have their full first team. But as you can see here, obviously when we got sent off, a player sent off, they were going to dominate the ball. But I don't really like to see this. I would have liked to have seen a bit more control, even when we had 11 men on the pitch. But this is the most important thing. Well, this is the most important thing, scoring goals. But we had a good game in front of goal in terms of, if you compare the stats between us and Wolves, we did a lot better. But a chance for Lacazette to score, and he missed. I still can't believe he missed that. I think I got some comments in from you guys about it. We've got one message coming in from Millie. Hi, Millie. Hope you're doing well. Laka should have scored. Luckily, we escaped. Shouldn't be that tense at the end. Agreed. Horrible to watch. Great move by Arteta to bring on Holding. Yeah, I mean, great move, but also pretty much the only move he could have made. We needed to win the game. Yeah, 100%. And if you didn't know, Millie's a big supporter of mine on streams and stuff. So big shout out to Millie. Thank you. And anyone else that's become a fan of the channel, the club membership thing, thank you so much for doing that. Any of you guys that support the videos, I appreciate you. We got a message coming in from Simon saying positives, huge results. Cedric looked solid. Holding made a good sub appearance. Negatives were a few unnecessary cards, 100%. Why do we always have to struggle to close out the games? It's similar to what Millie said. It's too much at the end of games. I'm sick of scoring and then just sitting back and defending. I want to go off and kill these games. I want to see a 2, a 3, a 4-0 game from this kind of game where you go 1-0 up in the first half. I want to see more. I want to see us jumping right into third, fourth gear and putting the final nail in the coffin, getting a couple of goals. I ran out of terms and what do you call those? Whatever. We'll move on to the next comment. We get one from Bao. Didn't deserve to win. Do you agree with that? I don't know. I think maybe a draw would have been okay. But we grinded for this amazing result. Quiet from Ødegaard. I thought he was okay. I don't think he was quiet necessarily. Maybe. I wasn't paying attention as much as I should have, to be fair. Another red card, yes, it was the right decision. The referee didn't do anything wrong, in my opinion, by the way. Great defensive display. Ramsdale saved us, as usual. Gabriel was a rock, and the rest did well. Well-earned 3 points. See, this is the key, though, isn't it? Even if you don't deserve to win, in your opinion, or if you don't play particularly well, this is all that matters. You earn those 3 points. The best teams will win when playing badly. Next comment coming in from Cream City. Brilliant defensive effort after Martinelli lost his head. Did he lose his head, though? I think he's putting his body on the line, isn't he? And he's making last-ditch attempts to stop them from attacking. Lacazette's miss already shows the striker we will need the rest of the season. Luckily, it didn't cost us points. Yeah, that was my point earlier. We are definitely in need of a striker. We already know that. Hopefully, Lacazette will bury that chance next time he gets it. And then finally, we got one from Tripser. Is that a hamster as your picture? Great result. Midfield were amazing, especially Xhaka. He was good today. Unfortunate that Martinelli misses the next game. Keep heads high, yeah. Who should play in the next game then? I would say Smith Rowe deserves to start now. You could argue that Pepe comes in after a very good AFCON, but in general, I think Smith Rowe is the guy to go on that left side. I think Smith Rowe, Saka, Ødegaard, basically today's team with Tomiyasu at right back and Smith Rowe on the left. That's what I want to see in the next game. That's about it, really. It was a 1-0 win. Just such a massive result. In fact, let me bring up the table. Let's make sure I get the latest up-to-date one and bring it on screen for you guys here. So with that win, we go up into 5th place We've played one less game than Manchester United, and we are level on points with them. And of course, we've played an extra game on Tottenham, and we're 3 points above them. So if they win, they'll go level with us. We're ahead on goal difference. Our next game is Brentford, which is for sure winnable. I would like to think so, at home. Whereas Tottenham have Wolves. West Ham have Leicester. I mean, I know Leicester are having quietly a pretty bad season, and it could happen. Maybe Leicester will turn up and beat West Ham. That'd be amazing, because then we're back into the top 4 regardless of the extra games played. But we have 2 extra on West Ham and we're a point behind. So right now, we are the favourites to get that 4th spot. Simple as that. And if we win our 2 remaining games on Chelsea as well, which could happen, we'll only be 2 points behind them. So it's pretty crazy. After such a terrible start to the season, things are looking good. And here's Team of the Week, by the way. I should probably include this more often, but Gabriel has made it so far with the 8.6 in defence. Coutinho, man, what a player. Ramsey's in there as well. Ward-Prowse, how is he not playing for a top 4 club yet? I don't know. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first Operation Arsenal video in over 3 weeks. Almost 3 weeks. Yeah, 18 days. So we'll be back again for the next one against Brentford. Of course, every game I'm back. I haven't missed one of these in almost 5 years now. So yeah, Mr. Consistent over here. But thank you, Arsenal, for not ruining my week. And hopefully we win our next game and we keep this advantage. Going into the final third of the season, we need to win every single game against these top clubs, especially if they're dropping points.